All right. Hey, what's going on? Dr. Jim here. And on tonight's live video, what I want to do is I want to talk about muscle spasms. So let's start off by kicking this thing off with a question. So drop a number one in the comment section below if you've ever had a muscle spasm. If you are like me and probably like most everyone on this planet, the answer is yes. So we should be seeing lots of ones down below. But muscle spasms are totally common. Getting a tight muscle or a muscle spasm can happen for a number of reasons. And I want to talk about those reasons tonight on this live video. But before we kind of dive into the meat and potatoes, if you don't know who the heck I am, if this is the first time you are seeing me here live on Facebook, my name is Dr. Jim Storhawk. Nice to meet you. I am an orthopedic physical therapist licensed in the state of Michigan. I love helping people get rid of those dang muscle spasms. And one thing that I focus on as a clinician is going after the source of a problem, not just chasing symptoms. Because you can chase symptoms forever, and chasing symptoms is not effective. You want to go after the root cause, and there are many root causes of muscle spasms. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So again, as you're coming in here, let me know where you're listening in from so I can give you a shout out. And especially if you're new, I'd love to interact with you. And if you have any questions in particular, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. And thanks for the loving already. I appreciate that. If you're getting value, as you go, hit the like button, hit the love button, all that good stuff. Hit a button. So anyway, so muscle spasms. They happen to everybody, and some things you hear in therapy, like, they kind of get you to laugh. Like, I don't laugh at people directly, obviously, but I kind of chuckle to myself sometimes. So one of the very common things that I hear is that, I carry my stress in my neck. If you've ever said that before, drop a number 2 into the comment section. If you've ever told anyone that you carry your stress in your neck. Yes, there are areas that are super common to get muscle spasms in the neck. So a couple of them happen to be right at the base of the skull. Some people can get something that's called a cervicogenic headache. It originates from tightness right at the base of the skull. Believe it or not, there's actually 2 sets of nerves that originate back there. One set goes over the top of your head. So you got one on the right, one on the left. One set goes kind of around the ears and into the face and the jaw. And when those muscles get tight at the base of the skull, then it can pinch on that nerve and it can give you a headache, either one-sided or both, and like all this facial pain and all this kind of stuff. And that sucks. That is no fun if you've ever had those. And a lot of people get those that maybe sit at a computer all day or do a lot of reading, or who happen to be monkeying around their cell phone a little too much and they're kind of texting away and playing video games and stuff like that. So that may be you, but that may not be you. But that can be a source of some muscle spasms or a potential cause or contributor of muscle spasms or tightness at the base of your skull. Another one tends to be right here at the top part of the shoulder. So it might be here, it might go here, it might actually be between the spine and the middle of your shoulder blade, or the we call the medial border of the shoulder blade, right along the inside edge. That's a common area when I'm working on someone's neck and I go, oh, and they're always like, all the spots. Well, these are, again, clinical tendencies that we see in the office. So that might be a particular spot. And again, those same folks who are at the computer and do a lot of driving or do a lot of reading or texting or whatever, tend to get those symptoms there. What else? How about the calf? Anybody wake up ever with a wretched calf cramp, the one that makes you just go, right? I have never experienced that one, but I feel like I live vicariously through people, because people come into the office and tell me all about their pains and problems all the time. And I hear a lot of times people get raging calf cramps and things of that nature. Or here's a good one. Ever have a serious pain in the butt? Now, I'm not talking about your brother-in-law. I'm not talking about your in-laws. I'm talking about pain, right? Kind of like, I don't know if you're a guy watching this. Sometimes some guys will carry their wallet in their back pocket. But right, if you put your hands kind of where the back pocket of your jeans would be, that's a common area of muscular tightness. Or here's a super common one that everyone should relate to, right down into the small of the lower back. Okay, so these are all general clinical tendencies, places where we see muscle spasms a lot. I could go on. You can get them on the sides of your elbows. Gosh, you can get them, I don't know, you can get them everywhere. But here's the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. is that if all we do as therapists and all of you do as the lay person or the person trying to manage these symptoms, if all you do is like rub it, it's going to feel good for like a hot minute. And then probably what's going to happen is it's going to suck later again, right? It's going to feel good during the soft tissue work. And then if you don't go after the source, it's going to suck later and it's not going to be effective in long-term improvement. So here's an example. The base of the skull, the muscle that runs down the side of your neck that connects to the top corner of your shoulder and between the shoulder blade and the spine. That tends to occur. This is where people carry their stress in their neck. Well, and a lot of people say, well, you know, I get home from a long car ride. Like, I don't know if you have a long commute to work. Actually, a lot of people are working from home right now or laid off. If that's you, I'm sorry to hear that. But if you've ever had a long commute or maybe a long trip and you drive like this, you ever drive like that? I got to suck it in, man. I'm starting to put on a couple LBs here. But if you drive like this, maybe you're not laid back this much, but you know what I mean? You're kind of laid back. You're definitely not sitting up. Driving like who do you ever see anyone driving like down the local freeway here just like like it doesn't happen. Most of us are like somewhere like in here somewhere. But if you notice, as I lean back, my head goes forward. And the moral of the story is a lot of this neck problem issue comes from chronic poor posture, text neck, slumpy Sally sitting at the computer chair, at the computer, slumping Steve sitting behind the car. These sorts of things, this chronic forward head positioning contributes to the muscles responding to what's going on at the bone or the joint level. So if you're always forward head, then that will make the muscles start to tighten up in this area. If your joints don't move very well at the top of the skull, then the muscles, or if you've got some arthritic change and you've got some wear and tear on the spine, a lot of times what happens is the muscle will actually kind of tighten up and respond in protection mode of those irritated segments of the spine. Gosh, what are we talking about? Oh, pain in the lower back. Maybe you got some super tight hip flexors. Maybe you've got some weak abdominal muscles. Anyone know anyone who has some weaker core muscles? I could probably use a little bit of ab work. There's a six-pack under there somewhere. It's not visible from the outside, but it's in there somewhere. Gosh, what else? Tight hamstrings can cause low back pain or some muscle tightness. So, all these sorts of things. Maybe you don't drink enough water. Maybe you're not eating enough bananas, or I hear pickle juice or mustard packets sometimes. I don't know drop in the comments. I'm actually curious to hear what kind of weird remedies you have for nighttime cramps. I've had patients say, and by the way, this is not a recommendation and this information is not used to diagnose and all that stuff. So if you have an issue, go see your doctor and make sure you get x-rays and stuff. So this is for educational, informational, and having fun purposes only. But the stuff is legit. Like, this is stuff I talk about in the office every day. But man, I've heard people say they they'll eat like an entire mustard packet at night, or they'll drink pickle juice, or they'll I don't know. I'm just like, dude, drink a Gatorade, or that's not an endorsement for Gatorade, but drink a Gatorade or drink some water for crying out loud. And hopefully that'll keep the calf cramp away. But you might also have a lower back nerve root issue, which can cause some cramping type feelings or some pains down your legs, in which case we may need to adjust your sleeping position, or maybe we need to adjust, maybe your mattress sucks and it's like super old. Like, who's got an old mattress, or how many times have you flipped and rotated that thing? Maybe it's time for a new mattress. So all I'm saying here is that you got to typically dig a little deeper than just rub, okay? Or just get that heating pad on the lower back, or just, whatever. Like, it's not like massage and heating pads and electrical stimulation and all these things. They all play a role. They all play their part, but it's symptom management. It's not fixing anything. You got to go after the source. So if you don't know what the source of your pain or dysfunction is, then my recommendation is see a physical therapist, see your referring physician, go ahead and have a conversation, let them know where your symptoms are, and get some treatment. And by the way, if you've had some treatment, and if you're not really feeling comfortable with going back out into, busy clinics, or maybe you're a little still worried about catching the corona, then I put together an online informational source that's scrolling below here called ptinstantly.com. So if you're looking for information, and in these videos, what I did is I basically brain dumped the last 12, 13 years of stuff that I've been talking about for years that I know works into videos that are short, fun, educational, action-oriented, and they're arranged in a manner in which you can find the information easily. So if you haven't checked out ptinstantly.com, I'd highly recommend you go over there, check it out, and hit me up here on social media. Let me know what you think of the information. I really, truly hope that it blesses your life, and we're adding to that all the time. So I've rambled on for long enough. Hopefully you got the point of tonight's message, and I look forward to sharing with you again in the very near future. So with that, have yourself a great night. Take care, and God bless you.